quickly cut across to BJP spokesperson S. Prakash joining us on the phone line. Mr. Prakash, we're looking at Siddharamaiah out on the streets, assessing the situation. He has a huge cadre who's joined him, walking with him, taking a good look at all the losses. Is this embarrassing to the BJP government governing the state of Karnataka? Did you anticipate this kind of damage over 2 rounds of rains?
No, if the rain god shows so much of praise over the Bengaluru, what can the government do about it? Mr. Siddharamaiah, who's regime in the past 5 years, during his 5 years regime, many plans were sanctioned, many buildings came up during his regime only. He is answerable to the people who are suffering there. BJP is in power only for the last 2 years. Rest of the period, it was Congress government was in power in Karnataka. After 2000, we were in power only for 7 years. The rest of the 13 years, it is Congress and Congress with the JDS. And let us not politicize the issue. There is a crisis there. There is a problem in the section of Bangalore city, and the government is seriously attending to it. And the water has almost receding. Certainly, the normalcy will be restored in a day or two. I have all my sympathies who are suffering on account of this unprecedented rainfall in Bangalore.
Well, I'd like to ask you, Mr. Prakash, is there going to be any kind of compensation given to the people who faced immense amount of losses? Because they've believed in the government, they've believed in basic amenities that Bengaluru promises to provide. The BBMP is supposed to be doing its duty to ensure those stormwater drains are desilted, they're not encroached upon, no construction happens over it. Considering now that you're in power, will there be any kind of compensation for damage?
98% of this Bangalore city is free from floods or rain damage. This year only the Marathahalli zone has affected severely. When the compensation is provided to the various other districts for the flood damages, even though those who have suffered in Bangalore must also take this compensation. Many properties, many lifetime earnings have lost, and government is duty bound to compensate them. Certainly, the Chief Minister is already on record that we will be compensating them. I am sure it will be done.
All right. It's very embarrassing, Mr. Prakash, to see people getting on the boat there, moving around in a tractor, getting a raft to apply from one end to the other. We are not talking about a river here. We're talking about an IT hub, the Silicon Valley, Garden City. You have enough and more adjectives attached to Bengaluru, and it's come down to this level. It's truly embarrassing.
Stay
with us, Mr. Prakash.